Proverbs 14:12. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to death. A man's course may often seem to be right. It may be promising or may even give temporal happiness. But if the foundations are not firm or secure in the Lord, then his paths are likely to sway and he is eventually lost. We are affected by the course that we pursue, whether it is good or bad. Sin is a roadblock for the upward journey. A man whose ways are filled with loose moral principles, spiritual negligence, dead conscience, and full of disgrace is surely headed towards destruction. A man who follows his ways ends up falling into the depths of his own foolishness. He will struggle to rise up from his own troubles. His selfish motives and ambitions will never take him anywhere, and he is filled with disappointments and anxieties. You can be deceived by evil that is laced with good. So how will you know if you are on the right path? You need to understand that the path that you take must be a path that never take away the focus on God in your life. If there's anything in your life that's leading or taking you away from God, or keeps you out of prayer, or keeps you away from the fellowship with other believers, or distracts you from spending time with God, you have one option. Remove that thing in your life. A path that never contradicts God's word. Are you at a crossroads in your life? It's easy to distort yourself by making wrong decisions and careless choices. But you must remember that every step that you take must not contradict what God says in His Word. For example, if a guy says to his girlfriend, "You know that I love you, and someday we will get married, so let's be warm and intimate." But what does God's Word say about that? In Hebrews 13:4 it says, "Honor marriage and guard the sacredness of sexual intimacy between husband and wife." And God draws a firm line against casual and illicit sex. Go to God's Word where you could find directions and hope, and a path that never distorts God's character. You need to know the character of God. Why? It gives you discernment. If you don't know the character of God, how will you know what is from God and what is not from God? And you need to recognize God in your daily activities. Remember where you have fallen. Do not tell you have been transformed unless you have changed within. Do not claim you have become spiritually strong unless you go back to God with your first love for Him and stay in it. No longer delay to get back to Him. But if you continue to follow your own ways, then you are building a roadblock stronger which denies access to God. But you and I must put our trust and follow Jesus, for He is the way, the truth, and the life. Come to Him just as you are. He's waiting for you. And may God guide you.